Good morning. Okay, day 19. I'm still just plugging along, so nothing really exciting. But I wanted to say yesterday, well, for the last week, I've been working on getting the new pages up because every month I release new pages for Family Tree Notebooks. And the classic Family Tree Notebooks pages are PDFs. I've been using a Canva template to do this book for this 30-day project. But I usually use PDFs in most of the pages. Well, all of the pages are created first in PDF, and now I'm also creating them as Canva templates. I had to make samples using the PDF pages so that I could write sales pages and so that I could show everybody what the pages look like. And it's the first time I've really worked with the PDFs since I've been doing this 30-day project. And I have to admit, it wasn't, I don't know if harder is the right word, because I've been using the PDFs for a long time, so I knew what I was doing, but it was definitely more cumbersome. I have gotten so used to just being able to drag and drop, grab text really easily, resize everything, and with the PDFs, you have to be just a little more fiddly, where you're cropping things down to see if they fit, and you're trying to make things align, but the PDF page is static. You can't move the elements on the PDF page. You can only move what you add to it. Now as the PDF designer, I could always go back and then move it that way, but I use the PDF pages as they're sold, obviously, because I want people to see what you can do if you buy the page, not what I can do because I happen to be the one that made it. And the samples all turned out fine and everything. The new pages are up in the shop. It's just, yeah, man, after using Canva for a while, it was fiddly, I think is the right word. And I have been working on this family where I needed to move things around in Canva, and it was so easy. And I really think that it makes a big difference for the storytelling. So let me show you. Okay, so this book is laid out so that you've got this profile page, and then it's followed by a family tree, right? And the blank family tree, when you first show up to the page, it's got the 2 parents, and then it has 3 rows of 4. So you've got 12 kids total that fit in here. And what I've been doing is I have been using the squares that I need and then just deleting the other squares. And then I've been using this space for other information for the people, because everybody only gets these 2 pages unless you're special. Well, in this case, this woman was married. She's interesting. I'm probably going to add a 2-page spread to her because she was alive during the Civil War and has quite the story. But she dies after having 5 children. Well, he goes on to be married again and again. He's an interesting person. There's going to be a lot more on him, but his marriages resulted in quite a few children. So with his family tree page, you can see I had to shrink everybody down in order to show that, okay, with his first marriage, he had those 5 children that we saw on the page before, right? Because that's my direct ancestor, or my stepfather's direct ancestor. And then his second marriage results in 5 more children. And then his third marriage results in 11 children. And this is notable because he was LDS, he was Mormon. So he married this person after his first wife died. And she had children from a previous marriage. They get married, they have 5 more children. This third wife is actually it's her oldest child from her first marriage. So she's his stepdaughter as of when she moves in with him when she's 6 years old, and is his stepdaughter. And then when she turns 16, he marries her as a second wife, as a plural wife, but only a couple months later, her mother dies, and so she becomes the only wife. But yeah, he married his stepdaughter when she was a teenager, and then they had 11 children. And that's just strange thing that I had to include that story. So you can see that even though this is what the page is supposed to look like, because I was doing this on Canva, it was really easy to just grab everything, shrink it down, copy, move things around, and then add this text. And now we've got this whole strange family tree story that I was able to fit on the page, along with his his 3 wives and his 21 children. So, and then I'm going to have a 2-page spread that talks about, he was a Mormon pioneer, he was a Civil War soldier, he was a politician. So I have a lot on him, and I've been trying to think, okay, do I focus on one part? Like, okay, here's his political career, or here's his thing as a Mormon pioneer, or his thing as a Civil War soldier? Or do I do like is he going to be the only person that I do kind of like his whole life story in this additional 2-page supplement? I don't know, because he's got a lot going on. But anyway, I just wanted to point out that I am a fan. I am a fan of Canva. People keep asking me if I am going to switch to Canva permanently, and I'm not, but I will say, I don't want to discount how much easier it is. And when people are asking me, okay, I'm just starting out, should I use this or that? I have been steering people towards Canva. It's funny because the Canva templates are cheaper than the pages ultimately. Because I don't have to make the pages. Okay, so when I do the pages, because they're static PDFs, I make them in all these different colors, and it takes me a lot longer. And so you get 24 versions of the same page in all the different colors. On Canva, you just change the color on your own, so it's less work for me, and you can have an unlimited amount of colored things, and you can also change the pages if you want to. So it's funny because the Canva pages cost you less. You can technically do more with them. So really, I should be probably steering people towards the PDFs from a business standpoint. I've been steering people towards the PDFs because you own the PDFs and can use them offline, and you aren't dependent on the canva.com website. But I haven't had any problems with the canva.com website. And again, you can use the templates if you have a free account with Canva, so it's not like you have to keep paying for that. I don't know. It's a toss-up, but I have been steering people towards Canva. Also, I actually only got this from one person, but there was somebody who said that they were really hoping that I go back to showing how to use the PDF pages, because she's been following this journey and she was kind of tired of seeing the Canva pages because she's not a Canva user. That's very fair. And like in this case, what I did with the page would be something that you couldn't do with the PDF. But all of the pages that I'm showing on the Canva and that I'm using for this book, they exist as PDFs. And mostly I'm just showing you how I'm organizing the story, right? I mean, today I changed the page, but mostly it's just, here's what I added, here's what I'm looking for, here's how the book's organized. So it should apply regardless of whether you're using the PDFs or the Canva templates, if that makes sense, because you can get the pages either way. So anyway, that's day 19. We're coming into, I'm going to have 10 days left to get this finished and get it printed, but I'm actually in pretty good shape. I have some, not busy work, but I have some filling in that I need to do kind of in those middle, like the third great-grandparent generation. And then I have some people who are larger fish, so to speak, people who need more time, people who need more research. And then I had mentioned at the beginning of the project that I'm going to follow that adoptive line just a little bit farther than I ever have. And I still haven't even looked into those people. So I have brand new people to look into. But yeah, it's coming along.